Good afternoon, boys and girls. Today is Wednesday, November 4th, 2020, and today we're going to work on lesson 9. Remember, our daily goal is to complete our assignments and submit our work and score an 85 or higher. What are the materials that we need for today? For the video, you're going to need a white piece of paper and a pencil. And the live session, we're going to use a peer deck that is going to be provided by your teacher. And the homework is also going to be provided by your teacher and is going to be done in peer deck under assignments. What are your daily expectations? Make sure you're always sitting tall, that you have all your materials ready in park, that you actively participate by doing your work, that you always go back to your channels and review your videos, that you raise your hand when you have any questions, using the hand icon, that you always stay on mute and unmute yourself when you're called on. Boys and girls, I am beyond proud because you have been following all these expectations. And don't forget that we always do a dream box, at least 2 to 3 lessons daily. What is the objective for today? By the end of the lesson, we have to use math to represent a 2-digit to a 3-digit add-in. We're going to continue doing what we have been doing in math class, and we're going to learn a new form that it's called the CHIP model, and it's awesome, boys and girls. So what important vocabulary do you need to know by this lesson? Well, we've been practicing add-in, and add-in is one of the numbers that it's being added. We have always 2 add-ins. We've been working on addition. It's when you add 2 parts, you make a bigger part. That you bundle when you have 10 units that are the same. Ones place, tens place, and today we're going to add hundreds place. We're going to be following the same step, boys and girls. And the first one is that you write the problem vertically and you label the units. The second one is that you draw the first number and then the second number. After that is that you count the ones. And when you count the ones, you bundle if you have more than 10. Then you count the tens. And if you have more than 10, you bundle them. And then you solve. You don't have to write the steps because we've been working on it and we're going to use peer deck, boys and girls. Okay, boys and girls, what I'm going to do, I'm going to solve one problem. You are not doing this. You're only looking at what I'm doing. So I'm going to write 34 plus 18 in a vertical form in my paper. So this is how it's going to look like. 34 plus 18. And I label the units, ones and tens. Now we're going to model it by drawing on the place value charts. So, remember, I'm going to write hundreds, tens, and ones. So this means that we don't have to label each disc because a disc is in the ones place and it's 1, and a disc in the tens place is a 10. The place values tells us the value or how much the disc is worth. So now I'm going to draw the add-in. Since we don't have to label the disc, we're just going to draw dots, boys and girls. And we call this the chip model. And the dots are the chips. This model is easier and it takes less time. So it says, I look at the first number and I model it, 34. I draw 1, 2, 3, and I draw 1, 2, 3, 4. The second number, I add it. So I don't look at the first one anymore. I draw 1, and then 1, 10, and 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm done drawing and modeling the add-ins. So now I'm ready to solve the problem. What's 4 ones plus 8 ones? Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 4 ones plus 8 ones is 10. It's 12 ones. So what do we do, boys and girls? If you're thinking that you bundle 10, you're absolutely right. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I bundle it. I make the little arrow and I draw 1 dot. And I have a new unit of 10. And we're renaming 12 ones as 1 10 and 2 ones. So I need to make sure I show it here. So I have 2 left over in the ones place. And this one that I carry, I bundle it and I went in the tens place and I do that. Remember, this one is the new tens that I drew right there. This is what it represents. Now, what do I do next? I already counted the ones. Now I need to count the tens. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's 1? So what is, we added 1 10 plus 3 tens plus 1 10. And it equals to 5 tens. You see 3 tens, 4 and 5. This is what it represents, boys and girls. So 34 plus 18 equals 52. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. And the value of 5 tens is 5. And I have 2 ones and it's a 2. So I end up with the same number. And it's crucial that you show bundling in here as well, boys and girls. So we did it. We just did a way to solve the problem using the steps for standard algorithm. It's the same step, it's just quicker to draw the chips instead of drawing the place value disc, boys and girls. So now we're going to work a problem together. So I still use the same steps. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds to get the white piece of paper to a new page. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, what I do, you do, boys and girls. So this time we're going to solve the problem together. So I'm going to move my key points over here. So let's look at this problem. And we're going to write 134 plus 18 vertically. So make sure that you line up the ones and the tens together. So I write 134 plus 18. Ones, tens, and hundreds. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to copy that. Go. This means that you're writing the problem vertically. Okay, now that I'm done writing the problem vertically, remember, I have to label the place value chart. So I write hundreds, tens, ones. I'm going to give you another 30 seconds to do that. Okay, so we already did key point number 1, which was the rub problem vertically to standard algorithm, boys and girls. This is the way you write it. Key point number 2 says model the addends. So first I model the first number. It says 134. That tells me that I have 4 ones, 3 tens, and 100. Look at how I represented the number 134 using the chip model. I'm going to give you 15 seconds to do that. Go. Thank you, boys and girls. Now I'm going to model the second addend, and you have 15 seconds to do it. Go. And here's what you should have. You have 8 ones, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 10. So I already did step number 2. Step number 3, it says count the ones, bundle if necessary. What's 4 ones plus 8 ones? Well, let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 ones. What do you do, boys and girls? Yes, you bundle it. Great job. So I bundle 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at that. I circle 10 together. I make an arrow and I draw a dot. So, if we rename 12 ones as 1 10 and 2 ones. So remember, whatever you do here, you have to do it here. So I have 2 left over. So I put 2 here and I put that one right on top, boys and girls. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to do all that. Bundle the 10s. Rename the 12 into 2 ones and 1 10. Your time starts now. Go. Okay, your time's up, boys and girls. Make sure you have the 1 10 in the tens place and the 2 ones, because this is exactly what we did. Now if I counted the ones, I put a check mark. Now count the tens. What's 1 10 plus 3 tens plus 1 10? You have 30 seconds to do it. Okay, so here's what you should have. 110 plus 3 tens plus 110 gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. So I write a 5 here, and this 5 goes in the tens place because that's how many I have left over. Now, we have a new unit. It's the hundreds. So all I do, boys and girls, is I'm not adding, I just add 1. And here, look, 134 plus 18 gives us 152. This is exactly what we have when we do the chip model, boys and girls. 100, 5 tens, and 2 ones. We'll continue practicing using the addition. Doing addition using the chip model, and the live class doing Peer Deck. And we're doing Peer Deck because it's going to be on your test. And thank you for your hard work. You've been doing amazing. I'll see you right now. Bye.